Hello and welcome. I am Madhuri, an ISB alumna from the PGP class of 2018. My entire ISB journey, right from admissions to interview to the 1 year that I spent on campus, has been one of the most special and transformative experiences of my life, and I'm super excited to share all of my insights with you. I'm trying a different format with this video, a Q&A type, so many thanks to everyone who submitted their questions for this video. It's a long list of 60 odd questions, so I have tried to divide them into 5 categories: application and admissions process, academics, campus life, career and placements, and miscellaneous. Now that's just a fancy word for the questions that I couldn't fit into the previous 4 categories. I've covered a lot of ground with this video, so I would strongly recommend that you watch it completely, and by the end of it, if you feel that your question hasn't been answered, please drop them in the comment section below and I'll surely get back to you with answers to those. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. The first question is, how do I build a strong profile for ISB? ISB actually looks for a diverse profile when selecting students for any class. Let me give you an example. I am a published author and I had published my book even before I got into ISB. So when I had mentioned that in my application, not many people are published authors. So ISB would have found that as a diverse entry. So from all of your experiences and your hobbies, try to identify things which make you unique. What is it that you have to share with other people? And that's how you build a strong profile. The next one is, should I apply in round 1 or round 2? Honestly, it doesn't matter, because the only difference between applying in round 1 and round 2 is that anyone who applies in round 1 is automatically considered to be eligible for getting scholarships from ISB. The next question is, what does ISB look for in applicants? As I said in my first question, right? ISB looks for people who have diverse experiences to share with other people and who are going to add value to the experience of other students in the cohort. Basically, ISB's motive is to bring a strong pool of students together who can share experiences, learn from each other, and overall become a more transformed individual by the end of the program. Next one is, what GMAT score should I consider while applying? There's no cutoff per se, but there's a range. I have seen people with even a 600 get into ISB, and even ones who have 770 on their GMAT get into ISB. The only thing that matters is overall your holistic profile is considered, and GMAT is only one aspect of that entire admissions process. So there are various things that come into play. If you have a low GMAT score, you might want to bring in a strong profile. So it's just about overall how do you come across in your profile. Coming on to the next one, when talking of extracurricular, will playing guitar, being a sports player, or a Toastmasters membership help? Yes, of course. Any of your hobbies or extracurricular experiences which give out an edge to you. For example, if you are a guitar player, you are bringing in something different to the table because not everyone knows how to play a guitar. If you are a sports player, that again makes you different from a lot of other people. So it's good. These things can be included in the extracurricular activities. Next one is, does anybody from a regular IT company stand a chance? Someone from an IT company does stand a chance. There are a lot of engineers and IT professionals who apply for ISB, and I have also seen a lot of them get their admit, so I think it's okay. The next one is, how can I differentiate myself from other professionals who will apply to ISB? Honestly, your profession is pretty much usually not the one that's going to differentiate you. What is going to differentiate you is the different initiatives that you have taken in life, different hobbies that you have, and the extracurriculars that you have been a part of. All of those experiences are going to make a difference, because for every person, those are the aspects which are different. So focus on those when you're writing your application. Challenges for a CA to get into ISB. I don't think there should be a challenge. We had a lot of CAs in our class. I have also seen a lot of CAs in the alumni group and even in the current classes. So I don't think there are any specific challenges per se, but I would recommend that you please reach out to someone who has a CA background and did pursue their PGP from ISB, and I think you should be good. Next one is, I'm currently applying with online GRE score 320. Is that good enough for ISB Hyderabad? Okay, let me make it clear that any kind of a score is not a cutoff for a particular campus. campuses are allotted on a random basis, so a good GMAT score or a good GRE score is not going to automatically put you into a particular campus. So that's not the case. Coming on to your GRE score, it's good enough. The average, I think, the range for GRE lies from 311 to 327 something for ISB, and I think you pretty much fall in the range, so I think you should be good. How do I go about writing an essay for the application? That's a very good question. Thank you to whoever raised this. There are 2 essay questions that ISB asks in their application, and each of them are focusing on a different aspect. One of them wants you to talk about where you have been in life so far and where do you want to reach, and how is ISB going to bridge that gap. So all you need to talk about over there is how your goals are aligned with what ISB has to provide to you and how ISB is going to help you reach your goals. The second essay question is more focused on why you. What is it that you bring different to the table? How are you going to be differentiated from the other students who are applying? So in this essay, you particularly have to talk about your strengths, what gives you an edge, how your experiences are different from other people, and what do you have to share with the other students who are going to get an admit from ISB. How are you going to add value to the entire cohort? So those are the 2 applications. In the first one, focus on your goals and talk about how ISB is going to help you. In the second one, talk about what you bring to the table. Next one is whom should I get LORs from? That's a really good question. Anybody in your professional career who has had an insight into what skills you possess and can give an honest account of how capable you are as an individual would be eligible to write a good LOR for you. Next one is how should I prepare myself for the ISB admissions interview? All you have to do for the ISB admissions interview is be honest. Okay, they are only looking to understand what capabilities you have and how you are as a person. So it was mostly going to be a conversation about your resume, about things that you mention in your application. So be very thorough with every entry that you have made in your application. Usually you are able to save a PDF of the application, final application that you submit. So be very thorough with all those entries, be very sure of what exactly you have mentioned in your essays, and be prepared to talk about anything and everything in your resume. That's about it. That should prepare you for that admissions interview. How do I stand apart during the interview? Any special tips and tricks to communicate better with the right keywords? Okay, as I said, just be yourself. Try to portray all the skills that you have and how you are as a person. So if you have really been a good leader, portray that in the answers that you give. If you have specific interest in let's say a particular club in ISB, or if there is something specific that you want to do as part of the ISB program when you get an admit, talk about all of that. Just be honest and give a true picture of how you are as a person, what capabilities you have, and what difference you'll bring into the entire cohort's experience. Okay, and that's all about the applications and interview process. If you found these insights helpful and if you found the entire video helpful, please give a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you feel that your query wasn't answered, please mention the query in the comment section and I'll surely respond to you. You can connect with me on Instagram and LinkedIn as well. I have also mentioned the links in the description box. This is Madhuri Verma signing off. Thank you for watching.